Thank you very much, Amber. Dan Meisen's all in for some Commitment 2010 election news. As we told you earlier in the newscast, Honolulu's new mayor begins his first full day in office this morning. Peter Carlisle was officially sworn in Monday after winning the September special election. And Honolulu Mayor Peter Carlisle joins us this morning. And, sir, good morning to you.
Pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for being on our newscast. I know you have a busy day ahead of you, or busy, well, 2 or 3 years at least.
I think at least 2.
And, well, let's start with rail. A lot of people are wondering, well, how is Peter Carlisle going to handle the rail question? I think there are some people out there hoping that you might put a complete stop to it. You're going to go that's not what you're going to do.
Absolutely unequivocally true. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be going off to Washington, D.C. to speak to the head of the Transit Authority, the Federal Transit Authority. And I'm going with Ikaika Anderson and Tada Poe, myself, and Toru Hamayasu. And we're there to sit there and say, hey, look, we've got the executive, we've got the legislative, and we've got the operational aspects of rail, all in agreement that we want to get going as soon as humanly possible, and your $1.5 billion that you've invested in this city is going to be well spent, and we are absolutely committed to getting this thing off the ground and rolling.
All right, well, that answers any questions that might have been out there. And but there is a very important charter amendment that's going to be on the November 2nd general election ballot. And it says, quote, shall the revised city charter be amended to create a semi-autonomous public transit authority responsible for the planning, construction, operation, maintenance, and expansion of the city's fixed guideway mass transit system. First of all, Mr. Carlisle, is this something that you're in favor? Do you think voters should support this?
100%.
And why
is
is that?
A great idea. I think I'm not allowed because of a certain case to sit there and say you should immediately, without any question, go out and vote for it. Yes, yes, yes. But what I can tell you is that it's unequivocally an opportunity to take politics out of the game and put it in the hands of the professional. And that's exactly what you want. You want people who are smart on coordinating rail, on putting together what's going to be where and how it's going to be used. And every major suburban center that has this type of fixed guideway system has it coordinated by an authority of some point or another. And it is a wonderful opportunity to get this thing up and running and smartly.
And the only thing in the city that's, I guess, similar to this would be the Board of Water Supply, which is semi-autonomous?
The Board of Water Supply is one example. That particular board right now, I believe, has some issues. But this is going to be one where the city council is going to pick their best people. We're going to pick our best people. And then we're going to have one that's selected by both sides. And they're going to be making decisions that are going to be in the best interest of the coordination of this huge, huge system.
Let's talk about the financial health of the city. As you have rolled up your sleeves and dived into your work here, are you surprised at the situation the city was in? I knew you knew what you were getting into when you got in, but you've got furloughs, you've got a lot of budgets that have been cut to the bone. What's next?
We can start working absolutely unequivocally on greater efficiencies. If we make the effort to have everybody in their department look to ways towards making things more efficient, more effective, and the use of technology, we've got a real opportunity to cut costs here in the city ourselves. Plus, we've got to take a look at relocating the resources that are going into our personnel costs and putting them into the more efficient private sector. Right now, we've got...
Can you give us an example of that? Like, how exactly would you do that? I mean, people have said that before.
Well, actually,
politicians have said that before.
No, a great example of that already is essentially taking a funding mechanism with the GET, putting it into a rail system and having it not run by government, being built by government, but having built by the construction industry. And those people work here, live here, and they're going to spend their dollars here. So instead of having it go into our coffers and having government getting fatter and fatter with entitlements, with furlough days and all the rest of the stuff that they can't imagine having in the private sector, we make efficiencies that way. And
what else is on your priority list? I mean, we've gone over rail, we've gone over fiscal responsibility. What else is a city, your city, City of Honolulu, under your reign as mayor, what do you want to tackle?
Obviously, we've got to take a look at the sewer system too. I mean, that's the 900-pound gorilla in the living room. We've got to take a look and see exactly what can we do to get our hands around this consent decree. What are we forced to do? Are there alternatives that are available to us that aren't going to be such a burden on the people? And frankly, it's all going to be done by sewer fees. And those are going to go up, and they're going to go up dramatically over years and years. And we do not want to put a burden on the next generation, and we don't want to hurt our bond rating. And right now, our bond ratings are fabulously good.
All right, and you said a couple of years ago that you would be mayor when pigs fly.
Apparently, they're soaring above us now as we speak.
They are, and they'll be flying with you to Washington, D.C. this week. Sir, thanks so much for taking the time this morning. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Honolulu Mayor Peter Carlisle just sworn in yesterday on the job this morning, and hope to get you back on the newscasts pretty soon.
I promise to return.
All right. Thank you very much. Now, if you'd like to see this interview again or any of our live segments on KITV4's Morning News, just go to kitv.com/thismorning.